Let's talk about my chipping, because apparently I've forgotten how to do it. The reason that I have not posted a video in 2 weeks is the same reason that my chipping sucks now, which is that I got married and we went on a honeymoon. So that's really exciting. Me and Kat are officially married, and we had a great time on the honeymoon. But that being said, 10 days is too many days off of golf, at least for me. I mean, this club feels like a foreign object in my hands. And we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it right off the bat, because I don't know how to feel about this. Obviously, I'm happy that we're married. Obviously, I'm happy we had a great honeymoon. And then there's a part of me that's like, oh, I was peaking. I had it. I really dialed in, especially the chipping. I really figured out a few things right before we left. And I thought I was in a good spot. Now we come back and I can't chip out of my own shadow. And so I don't want to be mad. I don't want to be upset. I don't want to be resentful at the time we spent on the honeymoon. And I'm not, I don't think. But I am upset I didn't bring a club. I am upset that I didn't at least make some swings or hold the club, grip it, something. Just so to maintain contact with it. Is that healthy for me as a person? Probably not. Is that good for me as a golfer? Yeah. I want to maintain contact with the club at all times. And this is one of the things I wasn't really prepared for on this journey, is there being like conflict between me as a person and me as a golfer. That's a very interesting thing that I don't think I'd really considered. So let's hit some chips. I'll show you what was going wrong, I'll show you what I'm doing to fix it, and I'll show you what the #1 short game instructor in the world told me to do and why I'm finding it difficult to do it. And also, I love my wife, by the way. Wife now. Kat's not just a videographer anymore, she's also the wife. When we came back from the honeymoon, I had gotten into this habit where I was just going straight under the ball. And I mean, I felt like I was doing the exact same technique that James Sieckmann, the #1 coach in the world, taught me, and it wasn't working. Literally, I would hit a shot like this. Same technique, everything. And just go straight under it, and it would go nowhere. So before the honeymoon, the wedding, I was able to chip, back when I was a single man. Now that I'm a married man, can't chip at all. Not sure if the two are related, but I'm not yet ready to rule it out. Over the summer, I had been recommended by my coach, Joe Plecker, to read James Sieckmann's book, and I did. And I worked on it, and it was just a very different way of thinking about chipping than I'd ever been taught before. But I tried and tried and tried, and I got okay at it, but I just couldn't master it. So I struggled with this new technique until I got a really, really fortunate opportunity to learn from the man himself. James Sieckmann was in town, and Joe helped me get out to see him. So I got to spend some incredible one-on-one time with the #1 short game instructor in the world, which I still cannot believe I'm saying. Just 2 years ago, to have started this whole journey from absolutely nothing as a 6 handicap, and now to be getting instruction from literally the best coaches in the world is mind-boggling to me. I reviewed my notes recently from that day with James Sieckmann, because I took plenty of notes. And there was a few things that I wasn't doing exactly right. The first of which was that I was losing my posture and side bending, which is delivering the club even shallower than it needed to be and just really scooping the ball. The next mistake I was making, and I'm going to show you this from down the line, was coming too far to the inside on my takeaway. One thing that Mr. Sieckmann worked with me on a lot was trying to get outside, inside on my path. And what I'd done in the 10-day break was start taking it back in here instead of out here. Now, back in here is a much shallower delivery of the club. And if you notice, that club is going that way. So with an open face and that way path, you have no chance. Death sentence for any chipping is getting inside. So what I noticed I needed to do was keep the club outside my hands and really work that club face across my body, specifically with the chest rotation, getting that right side through. And if I accompany that with keeping my weight on the front foot and my weight centered over that leg instead of the side bend, then I could deliver the club in a way that would send the ball straight forward as opposed to straight up. I need you guys to know my cart is right back over there, and I get kind of worried when I'm out here filming these things that someone's going to come up on me and complain about me taking up pace or being slow or getting in the way. I have seen my cart when I look back at the camera twice and been scared both times. Like, I immediately am like, who's that? It's my cart. You know, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me can't get fooled again, you know what I'm saying? The reason you clicked on this video is to find out what the #1 short game coach in the world taught me. And so far, I hope that I've delivered on that. But putting it all together, essentially, what he wants from me is to get the club working first here on the downswing, letting it just fall to create club head speed past my hands, which is something totally different than I was taught. I, like many of you, was taught to hold that club face forward and chip like that. What happens is you're essentially faking it. You're faking that shaft lean by dragging the hands. And when you do that, you're going to blade a lot of shots, you're going to chunk a lot of shots because you have no control over the bottom of the swing. Now, this new technique produces a very high soft landing shot, which is a shot I desperately needed for faster, harder greens that honestly I don't play on a lot in the South. In the South, you can be pretty aggressive, really spin the ball with the grain. Faster greens, bent greens, not going to get away with that. So that's why we were trying to develop this shot for me. And overall, I love the shot. It's incredible. Getting used to executing it is another story entirely. It's not the easiest shot in the world to execute, because if you combine the new swing with the old mechanics, which I have a habit of doing, by dragging that handle, you are going to hit the worst golf shots you've ever seen. This handle has to work up and out around the body if this kind of shot is to be pulled off. So let's show you that. This is what it looks like if you have the old mechanics, the handle drag. This is what kind of shot you're going to produce. Cut across it, ton of side spin, straight under the ball. That's probably best case scenario, honestly. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. So with the proper mechanics here of letting the club fall first, getting it working around and up, this is the shot you're going to try to produce here. Nice high, very soft landing. That released almost nowhere. That's the shot I need. That's the one we need in the bag. This is a very delicate shot. You need very soft hands, very good coordination, and a lot of commitment and honestly confidence to pull this off, because you gotta stay with it. If you bail out, it is not gonna be pretty. Lots of speed is also required to execute this. You have to have club head speed to get it past your hands, which is something that is very dangerous for a lot of amateurs. This shot scares me. Learning it scares me. It's been hard. But I didn't say I was going to go from average golfer to average golfer. I didn't say I was going to go from average golfer to a little bit better. I said I wanted to go from average golfer, 7 handicap, to a professional golfer. PGA Tour, if that's what's in the cards for me. So this is a shot I need to have. This is a shot I can't live without. I'm super thankful to both Joe and James Sieckmann for getting me this opportunity to meet with him, to learn from him, and to use something that guys like Russell Henley, one of Sieckmann's students, are using right now on the tour. Something that I otherwise would have never ever heard of. So I hope this video was informative to you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, share it with someone you think can use it. Share it with the worst chipper you know. Maybe they could benefit from this. Because if they're anything like me, their chipping has been struggling recently. Now if they're married, forget about it. Married people can't chip. That's what I'm learning. See you guys in the next one.